Hey everybody, Thomas Joseph here, and today we are tackling homemade ice cream. Now, many of you have written in saying, hey, I need a recipe that's egg-free, or I don't have an ice cream maker, how do I make ice cream at home? Well, today I'm gonna share with you the Philly method for making ice cream, and the best part is, you can use an ice cream maker, but you can also do it without one. So let's get started. To get started here, we're gonna make the ice cream base. And the reason I love this recipe is that you don't need a pot, you don't have to cook this thing. We're not making a classic French custard base for this ice cream. We're just doing it in a batter bowl like I have here. So to start, 4 cups of heavy cream, and I'm going to add 2 cups of whole milk. Now you could also use half and half if you wanted to, but I feel like if you do the half and half, it's almost a little bit too rich. So whole milk works just as well. And I'm going to stream in 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. This recipe for ice cream is going to yield a nice creamy texture because we have a high ratio of fat coming from the heavy cream itself and also from the sugar that I'm adding in here. Now, sugar, what it does is it's going to help in the freezing process. It's going to kind of bring the overall freezing temperature of this mixture down so it maintains this wonderful texture, this wonderful kind of creaminess to it that if you didn't have as much sugar, it would be very icy. Does that make sense? So the sugar really does help in keeping a nice, wonderful, silky, creamy texture. And I'm gradually adding this into the dairy here, and I'm whisking, 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 dissolving the sugar so that it's not grainy at all. Now, this kind of old-fashioned vanilla ice cream base, as I had mentioned before, is known as Philadelphia style ice cream. I think it also goes by a few other names, one being New York style ice cream, but really it's just an ice cream that's not made with that kind of classic French custard base. I'm gonna add in 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. You could use vanilla bean paste, that would give you really great flavor and a little bit of color as well from the kind of the seeds or the pods that have been kind of pulverized up. You could use a little bit of peppermint extract if you wanted a peppermint ice cream. You could add some cocoa powder into this, or espresso would be really fantastic. Instant espresso would give you a really nice, rich, coffee flavored ice cream. You can really flavor this base in so many different ways. I'm also going to add a pinch of coarse salt, and salt just really helps to enhance the flavors. And that's it. All you need is a bowl and a whisk and these ingredients, and now you have a wonderful ice cream base that you can freeze in 2 different ways. So you can use an ice cream maker if you have one at home. I have one at home, I love it. It churns out a really nice, beautiful, creamy ice cream sorbet. So if you have one, use it. All you need to do is follow the manufacturer's instructions that come along with this device. Oftentimes machines like this, they're self-cooling, self-freezing, so you don't even have to chill the insert that goes into it. With some of the other models that are a little less expensive than this one I have here, you might have to take the time to actually freeze the base before using, which might be an overnight thing. So I'm gonna fill this with, I would say, about 1 quart of the mixture that I have here. You wanna leave a little bit of room so that the churning blade has room to move the base around, freezing it and kind of incorporating a little bit of air. And that's what's gonna give you a nice kind of creamy, I don't wanna say fluffy, but it just gives a really great texture to it. So leave a little bit of room. You wanna leave about like maybe 2 inches from the top. Secure the lid, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna process this according to the manufacturer's instructions. So I'm not gonna turn this on quite yet because I wanna show you another method in which you can freeze your ice cream without a machine. So the second way to churn this ice cream is to use some Ziploc bags and some ice. This is a fun method that you can use with kids. It's a really great summertime activity to do with them. So I have a resealable plastic bag here with one of those zip ties to the top. You wanna make sure you're using a bag that has a very secure closure to it. And I'm gonna take out some of the air, not all of it, but the majority of it. Seal that up. Take another one that's bigger in size. This is about 1 gallon. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take some ice, pop it in a bag, take some salt, which will really help in kind of making the ice super, super cold, which will help to freeze your ice cream faster. And I'm gonna take a little bit more ice and put that on top. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna take this bag, you're gonna pop it in this other bag here. We'll add all of the rest of the ice. Try to remove as much air as possible. And if you're feeling a little nervous, you can double bag this. But basically what you're gonna do now is you're gonna take this and you're gonna shake it. You can flip it around, you can toss it around. If you have kids in the house, you can have them go outside and toss it to one another. Just keep the ice cream moving around, and what it's gonna do is it's going to freeze over time. This will take about 6 to 8 minutes, and you will have individual little baggies of ice cream in no time. Now, if this gets a little too cold in your hands, you could certainly wrap this in some towels, but when we come back, I'm gonna show you how great this ice cream turns out, whether you make it in your ice cream maker or you do it by hand. All right, guys, it's been 8 minutes, maybe 9, and our ice cream is setting up nicely here. You can see it has a nice soft serve texture to it. Now you can get this nice and firm if you want to by placing these bags in the freezer, and they'll get nice and hard, which is good. Tastes so good. So there's one method. And then the second method is through the ice cream maker, right? So this has been churned in your ice cream machine, and then what I like to do is transfer it into one of these nice glass loaf pans, and this allows you to get really beautiful scoops of ice cream. And place this in the freezer overnight so it gets really firm, and you will be able to scoop out perfect, look at that, scoops of ice cream. This is one of my favorite tools to use when I'm scooping ice cream. These are aluminum, these ice cream scoops, and the great thing about an aluminum ice cream scoop is they cut through ice cream so nicely. Now, there you go, guys. This is homemade ice cream without those eggs. You don't even need an ice cream maker to make it. It's not sweet and like cloying like a no-churn ice cream is. It's just really satisfying and delicious. Now, if you have any other kitchen conundrums, reach out to us using the hashtag Kitchen Conundrums. We love to hear from you, and we love to solve your problems. Enjoy your ice cream, guys. And as always, guys, click like and subscribe.